Developing news out of New York, where a jury has reached a verdict in the civil case against 45th President Trump. The former president responding on Truth Social saying, "I have absolutely no idea who this woman is."
This morning on Truth Social, Martha, the former president said that he hasn't had a chance to defend himself, but he has been given ample opportunity, to be clear, to testify in that court if he wanted to.
In the wake of being found liable for the sexual assault, battery and defamation of Carroll, Trump did what you would expect Trump to do. He played the victim. He took to Truth Social to vocalize his train wreck of a meltdown, stating firstly that he had absolutely no idea who this woman is. To which I'll respond by pulling up this little tape during his deposition last year in which Trump confused this very woman he claims not to know, and if he did know wasn't his type, with his ex-wife.
The former president said about he would never have been attracted to her. Watch this.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah. That's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to?
No.
Here.
Carroll.
Oh, is that,
the person you just pointed to was Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife.
And the woman on the right is your then wife,
I don't
Ivana?
know. This was the picture. Ivana. I assume that's John Johnson. Is that?
That's Carroll.
Because it's very blurry.
And even Fox News found that a little hard to swallow.
Your thoughts on that, Andy, as it might have been interpreted by this jury?
Well, I think the context for this, Martha, is that he said she wasn't his type. So, the last person you would want to confuse her with would be someone you married.
Yes.
But he would go on to say that his verdict is a disgrace and that he wasn't given the opportunity to defend himself. However, his once trusted megaphone, that being Fox News, refused to let him spread this information freely. And one of the reporters pulled a spine out the drawer and fact-checked him on this.
Can you tell us?
The verdict right now is on the question of whether or not Mr. Trump raped Carroll. The jury has found him, has said no. But on the question of whether or not she was sexually abused by the former president and whether or not he forcibly touched her, the jury has come back and said yes. They have found him liable for sexually abusing and forcibly touching Carroll back in 1996. That is what we have thus far, guys. This morning on Truth Social, Martha, the former president said that he hasn't had a chance to defend himself, but he has been given ample opportunity, to be clear, to testify in that court if he wanted to, and to look at this jury in the eyes and to tell that exact same story, and he chose not to. We'll see very momentarily whether or not that strategy was a winning one. But again, two things they're looking at here. It's the battery charge, but also whether or not the former president defamed Carroll in the moments after she went public with this accusation. Remember,
and I mean, let's be honest, despite being given the opportunity to testify, no wonder Trump's lawyers advised against it. Just listen to some of his responses during his initial deposition late last year.
Between me and other people, as I'm honest, she's not my type.
I take it the three women you've married are all your type.
Yeah.
In this video, I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
Now, today's verdict was bound to cause a meltdown amongst his cult following, some of whom were given airtime on Fox News, and also, surprisingly, it birthed rare retorts on the once Trump propaganda network.
Yeah, but Martha, here's the key point. Mar-a-Lago raid, historic. 2 impeachment, historic. Criminal charges, historic. A civil case. And guess what? His numbers keep going up. What does that tell you, Geraldo? What does that tell the other candidates? Trump is popular with the everyday people. Maybe not inside the Beltway, Martha. I'll give you that. But the everyday people, no candidate on this planet can rally 40 or 50,000 people on a weekend when he calls for a rally. And that's the magic of Donald Trump.
You want to respond to that, Geraldo?
I think Leo is right. Leo is right in terms of the charisma and the magnetism of Donald Trump, who has been a lifelong friend until he, helped stage a coup after the November 2020 election. I think that it is so parochial and partisan to suggest that a finding of sexual battery is nothing. This is not nothing. This is a woman has now convinced a New York jury that she was attacked by the president of the United States, and has been and the jury has found she is now will be receiving after appeals $5 million in terms of the judgment. If you think that the women of this country, the men and women of this country, can hear sexual battery, sexual battery, sexual battery, this is much more serious, I think, in today's day and age than when Trump said he could fire a gun on Fifth Avenue and still people would vote for him. Yes, he is a Teflon Don in many regards, but I think that this one is a bridge too far, Martha.
All right, we will see.
And the possibility the special counsel will bring charges. The New York Manhattan District Attorney has already brought charges. There's a question about whether they'll bring charges in Fulton County. But then, staring right in front of us is this trial that's already been scheduled for October, which is a fairly key period of time when the primaries and the debates have gotten rolling. So I just think at a certain point, people are going to say that it's too much. It doesn't mean that you don't like President Trump or you don't think he was a good president. It's simply that to roll the dice on nominating somebody with these kinds of difficulties and baggage, I just can't see it.
Which just goes to show if Fox News can't spin you out of trouble, things are going south.
Lock him up! Indictment season is upon us. Celebrate with the new Indictment Season t-shirt and v-neck exclusively at store.MeidasTouch.com.